So, how does it feel having short hair? Does it feel better having short hair?
Feels fine, I guess.
Feels fine?
Yes.
Like having long hair except that it's short?
No, it's less annoying.
It's less annoying because it's untangled and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Painful.
Oh, yeah, tangle. You feel shorn?
No.
You know what shorn is?
Yeah.
What's shorn?
When a sheep is sheared.
When a sheep is sheared, shorn. Yeah. Guess what we're talking about?
Today!
What are you talking about today?
What are we talking about?
What did you want to talk about before?
I don't really know.
You said you wanted to talk about something.
I mean, I never really guessed it.
No,
so.
you had guessed last time. What did you guess last time?
I don't know.
Meaning of life. Learning stuff.
Risky.
What is the meaning of life?
That's what we're going to figure out. Why would I know?
Well, I don't know, because you're a kid, so kids know these things, right?
I don't.
Okay, well, most kids do.
No.
We're kind of thrown into reality, and I guess you need to do something, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
What should you do?
I mean, you can relatively just do nothing.
Well, you could just do nothing.
You can just laze around in your bed and do nothing.
Oh my god.
You could. You could. What would be like a difficult thing of doing nothing? Well, because people need to do something. They need a purpose. Otherwise, you're gonna slip into depression, and then it's bad. You might go catatonic or something. So I mean, people kind of need a purpose or a reason to do stuff. Now, where do people find purpose?
Well, basically, I actually.
Well, for you, you don't really think about these things, right? Because kids don't think about these things. As you grow older, you begin to think about these things. If you're an animal, okay, an animal doesn't think about existing, does he? The cat does not think about existing, does
It's
he?
a part of the ecosystem.
Part of the ecosystem, right? So the cat follows a certain course of instincts, and that kind of forms the meaning of life for an animal. Now, what do you think about humans 200,000 years ago? Did they think about what the purpose of life? What do you think?
If we're talking about far back, I don't think our brains would be able to comprehend things like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Homo erectus didn't sit around thinking about existence. But early people did. They did. How do we know they did? Well, I'll tell you how we know they did. Because they built objects. They put stones up. They erected stones. Why did they do that?
Why are you asking me?
Well, let me tell you then. They erected stones because they represented strength and completeness.
How would a few stones equal so much?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. Well, it's big, it's heavy, and it's up in the air. Now, there's something about being up that humans really like. There's an interesting question. Why do we like up and we don't like down? Why do we like light and we don't like dark? Why do we like white and we don't like black? Huh.
Well, first of all, your first reason of why don't we like up or down?
Yeah.
I don't really know myself, because when you go down, you go to the center of the Earth's core, which is gonna.
Yeah, but we don't go there. What's a bad place just in this world here? What's bad about down and what's good about up? Imagine you're a monkey. Why is up good and down bad?
Well, because there's predators down below, and when you're high up, you're safe.
And when you're high up, you can?
You can get bananas.
You can see see what?
You can see,
You see what?
you can see a lot of stuff.
Like what?
Like predators.
Like predators, like lions coming at you. You stand up, maybe even a little bit of that stuff going on. A little bit of so up is safe, and down, that's where the snakes are. All the nasty stuff is down there. So for humans, we have this thing about up. How about light? Light versus dark. Why do we like the light and we don't like the dark?
Because light help us see.
See what?
See many things.
Such as?
Such as inanimate objects, other human beings, many things.
Well, everything, yeah. Like, I mean, our whole world that orients us, right, is all about seeing things, okay? Human eye is an amazing thing. Cats can see much better in the dark than we can. So in a cat kind of concept, they don't hate the dark, they like the dark. Because in the dark, they have an advantage. In the dark, we don't have an advantage. The human eye is able to see color very well, and distance well, and focus on things, but it's not able to see in the dark. So that's why we tend to dislike the dark. And that's why hell is black and dark and under, and heaven is light and up and ta-da! Right. So, what is the end of life?
Death.
What is death?
When the human body fails to conduct life or something, air, oxygen, energy fails.
What happens?
hearts.
What happens after death?
Well, nobody actually knows because we physically cannot know.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you want to know, then you're going to have to die.
Oh my
But
god.
you don't want to do that. You have loved ones. You know that people love you. They love you.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you wait till after you're dead to find out what comes after death, the problem is, what if you're just dead? Then you're not going to know anything, right?
Yeah.
What do people want to accomplish in life?
Help other people.
Yes, help other people. Could
Save lives.
Save lives, yes. We tend to glorify such people. Yes, that's why we have films about people who save lives and stuff. Makes us feel better, because most people don't actually do that. We just kind of wish we could. Most people don't do that. Why not?
Well, because it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. In many ways, being a hero is dangerous. That's why we tend to like to watch films about heroes, so we can imagine that we are the hero, because most of us can't actually be the hero. Not easy to be a hero, for a lot of reasons. Yeah, but people idealize that, being kind to others. What's another purpose people would have in life? What do you want to accomplish?
Well, maybe they want to get the Nobel Prize.
Well, they want to achieve something big.
They want, yeah. But
Why?
no,
Why would you want to do that?
Because you want to be seen. You want to be proud.
Oh,
You want to be
be
famous.
seen. I like that.
You
Why
want-
is it important to be seen?
Because it's actually pretty good to have attention,
It is, isn't it?
but too much attention can be a bad thing.
Well, yes. What do you the pharaohs? The pharaohs. How about those guys? They wanted attention, didn't they? Oh yeah. How did they get attention?
How would I know?
What's a pharaoh?
I don't know.
The kings of Egypt, right? They built the pyramids. Okay, so what they would do is, they believed in an afterlife, but what they would do is they would embalm their bodies and they'd pull out all their guts and stuff through their nose and stuff, and then and they'd be buried with like all their stuff, because you got to bring your stuff to the afterlife. Because you get to the afterlife and you got no stuff, what you gonna do, right?
You got that
You know what I'm
right.
saying? And they kill their servants, and they kill their wives, and they kill their kids and everyone. Bury him with the pharaoh.
Oh yeah.
Why did the pharaoh do this? So the pharaoh could magically live beyond his death. Beyond his death.
That doesn't sound like the most great idea.
Well, it doesn't sound like a very nice thing to do, is it? Especially slaughtering everyone around you. It doesn't seem like the right thing to do. But it gives people a magical sense of living forever. I mean, that's the reason why we have gravestones, too, and why we do something with a funeral. A funeral is a moment to remember, and then we have the grave site with the gravestone that doesn't decay regardless of how much it's rained on or stuff. It exists into the future as a mark of our lives. Okay, so people want to be remembered. What's another way that people get remembered into the future?
Time capsules.
Time capsules. Kids. They have kids.
They have children.
They have children, yes. So the children are kind of testimonials to their own existence because they're their genetic selves continuing on. Right? So another reason why, a big reason why people would have kids is to, in a certain way, believe that they exist beyond their own lives. There you go. So a purpose to life would be to have children. This is the traditional thingy, right? Traditional thing. To have children. That's a purpose in life. Okay, to work hard, to have a family, have children, continue on, and the children have children, and the children's children have children, and the children's children, and the children have children. So, yes. So that's another thing you could do in life. You could play that sort of game. Yeah. You know, as you grow up, you begin to think more about the question of the purpose of life or what you want to do or accomplish in life. You know, it's not an easy question. It's something you'll be contemplating. I mean, I got my own ideas on that thing, but you don't want to hear them now. Some point you might, I don't know. In any case, the purpose of life is it's a difficult thing to conceive of.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, and then you get into the whole concept of multiple realities, which you're into, right? Yeah. What if there are multiple universes? What if a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
What if this is all just a dream?
You're getting too deep.
I'm getting too deep. I didn't want to get that deep. But, you know, it's a pretty deep question we're dealing with, so I had to get into